funniest thing is when you're in.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Smack. This is Mars here, and I'm here with my boys PD and Cal. Say what's up, gents.
What's going on?
Hey, we're ready to rock.
Star Trek Section 31. We've been waiting for this to drop forever.
It's already dropped a long time ago. You can't say that.
Okay, well, we've been waiting for it to review it. So,
that's strike two.
We've been waiting for Mars so we could review this forever.
There you go. There you go. Finally gave us some time. Finally.
Selector, please drop it.
Okay, ladies, now let's get information.
Uh-oh.
An emperor can only be loyal to duty. Thus does the empire remain strong. Thus
Sweat.
does it grow. Oh, hail the emperor!
Philippa Giorgio, you're a tyrant who murdered her own people by the millions. The past always catches up with you.
Oh, go.
You're Section 31.
Okay, ladies, now let's get information.
31 is a Black Ops division. Spy work. Starfleet is here to make sure no one commits murder.
What a cute idea.
You to me, you got some coordination.
It's gonna be bumpy and bad.
You're a bad bitch.
We can't trust you with our lives, but here we go.
Somebody's got to keep it lively, right?
Okay, ladies, now let's get information.
All right. I first need some history on 31. Mars, you want to go with that first?
Section 31 is an upright group of citizens whose sole goal is to help preserve the Federation. Okay? And sometimes they have to do things that in later generations who
Stop the cap.
who have the audacity to think that, you know, being a Monday morning quarterbacks, that things shouldn't be done because you have a higher feeling that things should have been done another way. They are a group that needed to be made to make sure and ensure that the Federation survives against internal and external enemies. And I think the show's going to kick butt. That's all I got to say. I think that explains what Section 31 is.
Cal, can you feel like can you give your description of Section 31?
Section 31 is like a future version of a neo-Nazi organization that's looking to do as much xenophobia as possible to prevent any of the perceived threats that are only in their mind from taking place.
Are we watching the same thing?
Obviously not. I don't know what you're watching.
It doesn't come off to me like that, you know. But
I don't really care for this type of stuff because Gene Roddenberry's vision of the future was a place where this type of stuff didn't exist. We had solved these problems on Earth. You know, you may have had extraterrestrial issues, but they were not things that were going to affect Earth proper. And it was really about exploration and the adventures that come along with exploration. So that was a very big thing. Now, when you do these type of things, it very much is in retrograde of the advancements that humanity was supposed to have made. This is not something that should exist per Gene Roddenberry's vision. But like PD said, once they run out of ideas, you got to go dark.
No, that's not it. No, I got to rebut that madness. You know what, PD? I'm gonna hold back. I'll let you say what you guys.
No, I'm just saying
you hold back.
They did allow for some of the whole interaction with Spock is in the original series is playing up the human issues with having with other cultures, even though all the cultures within the ship were normal, then they would turn to Spock. But then at the same time, you also had Decker. So they would play. They would, now doing it at this scale type of thing is beyond
Well,
him. But he
when you
would
have
slip
a
in like Decker.
clandestine,
Hmm?
when you have like a clandestine organization that is somehow hidden, within what's supposed to be, the prime example of humanity's advancement, which is Starfleet, you're saying we really didn't get it done.
No, you're
You're
not
saying
saying that.
you're saying we're not going to get it done.
No, they're saying that they have to have guardians to ensure that we do get it done because there are threats from all over. And so
Yeah, okay.
those guys who play the cowboys and wear the
Interact
white
is broken.
keep
We've
everything
been broken.
okay, they have to have people underneath who believe in it and they make sure everything is held correctly. That's
No,
it.
they've been doing this along Star Trek here and there. What was that? Into Darkness, which I actually liked. But then they had the film started off with like a terrorist attack. And then I said, how is this any different? This is a much larger scale than anything that we've seen here, even with something like the Twin Towers. But you're like, okay, so nothing changed. Nothing changed. We can fly faster. Okay, we can teleport from one place to another, and we may have better technology, but all of the problems of the human condition that were solved under Gene Roddenberry's vision are still there. I'm not talking about a rogue captain. I'm not talking about perfect people. That type of thing. You'll still have those particular issues, but the larger aspects, war, poverty, okay, just blatant evil, those things had been sorted out for the most part. When you have a giant terrorist attack, you're saying, no, we haven't moved anything. Okay, everything is just being held at bay, and we're not any different than these guys were 500 years ago.
No, I mean, look, that's clearly not what I'm seeing here. I think you're going a little too to the left.
Because you like it, and you want to be the head. You want to be the head of that section.
No.
Well, we need to let's cut. I'm liking the cast of the show, but cut through this stuff. But the thing is, if you're going to be on the edge, we need to see some prime directive be broken. That's what your Section 31 is. They can't be soft on it. We gotta, like the way, what's that thing? The Next Generation would say, hey, we can let this planet explode, but that would go against the prime directive. Well, let it explode, and they would go back to their drinks and move on.
Sam. Say it.
What?
Prime directive be damned.
Yeah, we need them to go further than Kirk interpreting it. We need someone breaking it all the way down, pushing but like you got Ghost in there. You got Ghost from Power, and he's
it's
the
over.
original series broke the prime director so many times.
Name one. Name one.
No.
Name one.
I can't remember right off the top of my head, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
You said before. Like you said before, I can't be be put on the spot. But I do remember several episodes where they did break it. You know what I'm trying to say?
You can't name.
I know. I'm saying.
Look at that contradictory statement. I know several. Can't name one.
And I'm saying that the thing, Kirk was a wild cowboy. That's
the description that the Next Generation called him.
Okay. I think they all did it, but I'm saying Kirk was definitely one breaking that thing.
Cowboy, okay? Kirk was a great captain, and he was one of a kind. That's the different thing. Kirk is a very different. The problem is, especially when people go at it, Kirk, okay, is unique amongst all of the Star Trek captains because this guy's idea was, no, I don't see defeat. I can always find a way to win. That's why Star Trek II Wrath of Khan was such a big deal. Okay, because he won, and in winning, it was the greatest loss that he had experienced in his life because he lost his best friend. So Kirk is an outlier in comparison to the rest of these Starfleet captains. Most of these guys are like freaking Picard, by the book, getting beat up, strung up naked by some by some alien at the end of the day. So you can't bring Kirk into it. Okay, Kirk is a different sort altogether.
How do we not bring Kirk into it?
No, I'm sorry to cut you off. You are using the Next Generation's interpretation of Kirk to do that. The cowboy diplomacy, that's all the Next Generation retread of what happened in Star Trek. Yep. He's dealing with these societies that got messed up from time to time and saying, hey, you have this book these are the words. You're interpreting it wrong. What's he supposed to do? Just say, well, they interpreted it wrong. Prime directive. They just gotta gotta do that. Oh, wait a second. One of our guys turned these guys to Nazis. We're not supposed to do nothing about that either. Like he got to do something about it. He did the best he could with the gangsters. He kept their things, but sometimes with the what was it a private war, when the Klingons came and they brought flintlocks, when the guys only had like slingshots and whatnot and bows and arrows, and he's like, hey, a balance of power, a balance of power. You had to do
Still
something.
broke the Prime Directive. That's the point I'm making. And I know you don't want to hear it, but he did. And so the very fact
He had the doctor on his shoulder. Everything will be reported to Starfleet why he did what he did. So
Didn't break
he broke
didn't
it.
break
Still
the
broke
time
it.
directive. Didn't break the Prime directive. He came in. He sorted stuff out. If there was some babe who wanted him, he was like, "Thanks for the sex," and then he went off. That was it. He didn't break the.
There's an episode where I think he saved a planet, and then they drew a picture of him. You know, that was him breaking.
How was that breaking? How was that breaking the Prime directive?
Because he weren't supposed to get involved.
No. Your example is
destroyed.
Your example is your example is saying that they drew a picture of him. But wait a minute. Are you talking about the films? Or are you talking about the original series?
It's still Kirk, no matter what you call
it. No. The film, that's a different timeline. I'm talking about TOS, original series.
I'm saying.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah, stick to Star Wars. Stick to Star Wars.
Okay. He broke it.
You can't. And the thing is, there's some things which you have to. The thing is, you're not supposed to just say this is a fine line. I can't do anything. And I think to a fault, they would do episodes of the Next Gen where they were just like, hey, look, that thing's about to explode, and they're drinking. They're having the replicators make them wine and whatnot.
All I'm saying is that, yes, Gene Roddenberry believes in the future where humanity has solved all the problems of poverty and race and hate and stuff like that, and even money, because they don't even freaking have money there. But that's a whole other issue. We don't call them communists, but they don't have no money no more.
Which is I have to agree with you on that one, because I'm like, how did they get past that? Because you really like, okay, so everybody's going to get services and supplies and goods.
Everybody is given according to their need. So that's how it works.
Like, how would we do in this one over here? Because you're going to have like a real collective, more communism, a real collective bargaining agreement in order for that to work. Got to have some sort of money.
So we continue here in that these guys, and I don't want to hold up, we made our points because I know Cal is pressed, but I know Cal agrees with me in his heart of hearts. But you must have sentinels. You must have guardians. You must have
order, leadership.
Who allow the
obedience. Any other words?
So as long as we're on agreement, that's the most important thing. All right.
Yeah, I knew it.
So hey, if you like what you guys heard, if you like the Section 31, please give us a thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Spinnerack.
We're out.
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 Dictator on day one.